Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters who know that sometimes the smallest coin in your hand can be worth a fortune. Today's video is going to take you on a fascinating journey into the world of the Liberty 1-cent coin, focusing on the 1985 D issue, a coin that may look ordinary to many, but for collectors and investors, it holds an amazing story, remarkable value, and a surprising market worth that can blow your mind. Let us begin with a little history. The Liberty 1 cent, more popularly recognized as the Lincoln penny, is one of the most iconic coins ever minted in the United States. Since its introduction in 1909, featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, it has remained in continuous circulation. Over the decades, this penny has seen changes in design, composition, and minting techniques, but the essence of the coin has always symbolized history, freedom, and value. The 1985 D Liberty 1 cent is part of this long legacy, minted in Denver and marked with the famous D mint mark. Now, why does this particular coin draw so much attention today? To understand its importance, we must look at both the historical and collectible side. The year 1985 was a transitional time for U.S. coinage. By this period, the mint had already shifted from the original bronze alloy to a copper-plated zinc composition. This change may appear small, but it makes a huge difference for collectors. Coins from this era can have striking variations, minting errors, and special characteristics that multiply their value. The Liberty 1 cent 1985 D is one such coin that carries a fascinating collector's story. While millions were minted, not all coins survived in pristine condition. Many circulated heavily and lost their luster, but those rare pieces that remain in sharp, uncirculated condition, especially those graded by professional services, are worth far more than their face value. And that is exactly where the magic of coin collecting lies, a 1-cent coin transforming into something worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's market. Let us talk about the money, because that is what excites every collector and investor. The current market value of the 1985 D Liberty 1 cent, depending on its grade and condition, can skyrocket. Ordinary circulated coins may still only fetch a few cents to a few dollars, but high-grade specimens with rare errors, double dies, or off-center strikes are valued dramatically higher. Some exceptional examples have been recorded with values reaching over $779,335. Yes, you heard that right. From a single penny worth 1 cent to a market price of over $779,000. Now, what makes these coins so desirable in the eyes of numismatists and serious buyers? It is a blend of rarity, demand, and the story behind the coin. Every coin tells a story, and the 1985 D is no different. The Denver Mint produced a huge number, but perfection was never guaranteed. Collectors today search for those hidden treasures that slipped through the cracks, the flawless strikes, the sharp details, the untouched mint luster. Combine that with errors or unique varieties, and you have a jackpot coin that can change someone's life. Imagine holding in your palm a coin that has traveled through 4 decades of American history, a coin that has been part of everyday life, buying candy, groceries, or newspapers in 1985, and now in 2025, it could be valued like a rare gem. That is the beauty of coin collecting. It is history, art, and investment combined in one small piece of metal. For those watching who might be new to this world, you may be asking, how do I know if my Liberty 1 cent 1985 D is valuable? The first step is to carefully check your coins. Look for the D mint mark below the year. Examine the details of Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and the reverse with the Lincoln Memorial. Any doubling, cracks, or unusual features may mean you have a rare variety. Condition is everything. Coins that are shiny, sharp, and free from wear stand out. And if you believe you have something extraordinary, sending it to a professional grading service can confirm its true value. The coin market today is stronger than ever. Collectors worldwide are paying record prices for rare and high-grade pennies. Auction houses see bidding wars erupt over the rarest examples. Online marketplaces are buzzing with coin sales, and investors recognize these small coins as safe and profitable assets. The Liberty 1 cent 1985 D, with its rich history and shocking potential value, stands tall among the highlights of collectible U.S. coins. So, whether you are a passionate collector, an investor seeking rare opportunities, or just someone curious about the value of a simple penny in your pocket, this coin deserves your attention. Do not underestimate the power of the Liberty 1 cent. What looks like an ordinary piece of change may just be your hidden treasure. At JF Coin, we are dedicated to bringing you the stories, secrets, and surprises hidden in U.S. coins. Every coin has a history, every coin has a journey, and some coins carry a fortune waiting to be discovered. The 1985 D Liberty 1 cent is one of those coins, a small piece of history that can shine brighter than gold in the right hands. Before we close, let me remind you that knowledge is power in coin collecting. Keep searching, keep learning, and never ignore the pennies in your change. Who knows? The next great discovery could be sitting quietly in your coin jar at home. Thank you for watching JF Coins. Today I bring you a fascinating story that will not only spark your curiosity but may also inspire you to look carefully at every cent in your collection. We are talking about the Liberty 1-cent coin of the United States, specifically the year 1985. This small piece of copper may seem ordinary at first glance, but in the world of numismatics, its history, design, and market value can surprise you in ways you never imagined. The Liberty 1-cent coin has a story that stretches back to the very roots of America. Pennies have always been more than just small currency. They carry images, values, and the pride of a nation. The 1985 Liberty cent is part of that legacy, minted during a time when America was strong in both economy and industry. Although 1985 may not sound ancient to us, coins from this period are already being studied by collectors worldwide because of their variations, mint marks, and conditions that can push their worth far beyond face value. What makes the 1985 Liberty cent so special? First, let us consider its design. The obverse side of the coin proudly carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a man who symbolizes freedom, strength, and unity. His image has been honored on the cent since 1909, when the nation celebrated the centennial of his birth. By 1985, the Lincoln cent was already deeply rooted in American culture, but small differences in production made certain coins unique and rare. On the reverse side we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a symbol of remembrance and dedication to liberty. This design, introduced in 1959, replaced the earlier wheat ears design. Every coin minted with this reverse holds a special place in collectors' hearts because it represents not only a tribute to Lincoln but also an era of transition in American coinage. The 1985 cent belongs to that memorable chapter. Now let us move into the heart of the matter, the value. Most people think that a 1-cent coin is only worth 1 cent, but the truth is much more exciting. Depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity, the 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin can rise in value far beyond its humble face. The current estimated market value has been reported at an astonishing $779,336. Yes, you heard it right. That is over $700,000 for a single coin that once jingled in pockets, slipped through cash registers, and was handed over without a second thought. How can such a small piece of copper be worth so much money? The answer lies in rarity, errors, and demand. Some 1985 Liberty cents were struck with errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual minting flaws. Collectors are willing to pay fortunes for these mistakes because they make each coin one of a kind. Additionally, coins preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition carry a premium value. Imagine holding a coin that looks as fresh and shiny as the day it left the mint in 1985. Such a treasure is nearly impossible to find, and this scarcity fuels incredible prices at auctions. History also adds to the charm. Every Liberty cent from 1985 tells a story of that year in America. It was a time of cultural change, political challenges, and economic growth. Owning one of these coins is like holding a small time capsule from that period. Collectors are not just buying copper and zinc. They are buying a piece of history, a symbol of America's resilience, and a tangible connection to the past. That if you are lucky enough to own a 1985 Liberty 1 cent, you should treat it like gold. Keep it safe, handle it with care, and never underestimate its potential worth. Many collectors have discovered rare coins in old jars, inherited boxes, or forgotten piggy banks. Some have even stumbled upon these treasures in everyday pocket change. That is the beauty of coin collecting. Rich history can be hiding in the palm of your hand. Today, when the market value stands at $779,336 for certain rare examples, it is proof that collectors around the world recognize the significance of this coin. The demand is strong, and the passion is real. Auctions light up with excitement when such a coin appears. The competition is fierce, and the final bids often reach record-breaking heights. So the next time you come across a penny, pause for a moment. Look at it closely. You never know if you might be holding a fortune in disguise. The Liberty 1 cent of 1985 is more than money. It is art, history, and investment combined into one tiny disc of metal. And who knows, your coin might be the next one to shock the market. This is why at JF Coin we say never ignore the small things. Great treasures often come in small packages. The Liberty cent reminds us of that truth every single day. Thank you for watching this video on the Liberty 1 cent coin from 1985, its incredible history, and its jaw-dropping market value. If you enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of coins, do not forget to subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating coins in United States history, the Liberty 1 cent coin, and in particular we are focusing on the 1987 D edition. This is a coin that is often overlooked by beginners, but when you truly understand its history, its value, and the current market demand, you will realize this small piece of copper-plated zinc can be worth far more than just 1 cent. The Liberty 1 cent has a special place in American coinage history. Its roots go all the way back to 1909 when the first Lincoln cents were minted to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This design, showing the famous bust of Lincoln on the obverse, became one of the most iconic coins in circulation. But in 1982, a major change happened. The mint switched from mostly copper coins to copper-plated zinc, making the newer cents lighter and less expensive to produce. This change continued into the 1987 D coin we are discussing today. The 1987 D Liberty 1 cent coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The D mint mark is placed right under the year. Even though billions of these coins were minted, collectors know that certain examples are worth far more than their face value. Why? Because condition, rarity of errors, and demand in the coin market all play a huge role in pushing the value sky high. Let's start with history. In 1987 the U.S. Mint was still adjusting production methods after the metal change in 1982. As a result, some coins came out with striking mistakes, weak lettering, misaligned dies, double dies, off-center strikes, and other unique errors. These error coins are extremely sought after today. If you have a Liberty 1 cent 1987 D with a strong error in pristine condition, you may be holding a treasure that collectors are ready to pay hundreds, even thousands of dollars for. Now let's talk about value. The general circulation Liberty 1 cent 1987 D is common and usually worth around 1 cent in everyday use. But the story changes when you bring condition into the picture. A coin in mint state condition graded MS65 or higher can fetch prices far above face value. Some collectors are paying between $50 to hundreds of dollars depending on the grade and luster. But the real surprises come from those rare error coins and extremely high-graded examples. Market reports show that at coin auctions, the Liberty 1 cent 1987 D has reached values crossing hundreds of thousands of dollars, with some listings touching an incredible $779,337. Imagine holding a coin you thought was pocket change and realizing it is worth more than a luxury car. Now, how can you tell if your coin is special? First, check the mint mark. Look closely for doubling or unusual shapes. Next, examine the strike. If the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust look doubled, spread, or blurred, you may have a double die error. If Lincoln's bust looks distorted or stretched, you may be looking at an strike. These are the details that separate a regular penny from a jackpot coin. Another thing to keep in mind is condition. Collectors always pay the highest prices for coins that are uncirculated, shiny, and free from scratches. If you have a 1987 D Liberty 1 cent stored away in a coin holder since the day it was minted, you might be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Let's look at the market today. Coin collecting is not just a hobby anymore, it is also an investment. Prices of rare coins are rising each year as demand grows worldwide. The Liberty 1 cent, especially the Denver Mint edition from 1987, has seen a huge jump in interest. Online auctions, coin shows, and private sales have revealed a clear pattern. Collectors are willing to pay big money for top-grade coins and rare errors. The market value for the highest grade examples is currently standing around $779,337. That is an astonishing number for a coin many people ignore as pocket change. So what does this mean for you? It means check your coins. Do not let your Liberty 1 cent slip away without a closer look. Open your drawers, your jars, and your coin collections. You might be sitting on something that could change your financial future. At JF Coin, we always encourage coin lovers and collectors to stay curious, keep learning, and never underestimate the value of history. Every coin tells a story, and the 1987 D Liberty 1 cent is a story of change, errors, and potential fortune. From the shift in materials in the 1980s to the fascinating market demand of today, this coin has proven that even the smallest piece of metal can carry incredible value. So if you find a Liberty 1 cent 1987 D, do not rush to spend it. Study it, protect it, and maybe even get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Who knows, your single penny might just be worth nearly $800,000. That wraps up today's deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent 1987 D edition. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep discovering the secrets of rare coins, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent coin. Many of you might think of it as just a simple penny, but believe me, when we look at the 1989 Liberty 1 cent, its history, its design, and its unbelievable current value, you will realize why collectors all over the world are chasing after it. The market today is buzzing with excitement and the value of this coin is shocking many experts. So stay with me until the end, because you might just find that old penny in your drawer or coin jar could be worth a life-changing amount of money. The Liberty 1 cent has a powerful history behind it. The coin carries with it the spirit of America, representing freedom, independence, and resilience. Every collector knows that when you hold a Liberty cent, you are holding not just a coin but a piece of the nation's journey through time. From the earliest issues in the 18th century to the more modern ones like the 1989 edition, each coin reflects a different chapter in American heritage. The engravings, the subtle changes in design, and the minting errors all contribute to the rarity and value of specific years, and 1989 has become a year that serious collectors are paying close attention to. Now let's talk about why the 1989 Liberty 1 cent has gained such a legendary reputation in the market. First, its historical context. By 1989, the U.S. Mint had already shifted designs multiple times, but this penny carried the lasting influence of the Lincoln cent with the iconic Liberty connection. Collectors look for coins that stand at the crossroads of tradition and change, and the 1989 cent fits this perfectly. What makes it even more exciting is that certain editions from 1989 were struck with slight variations, and those variations have skyrocketed in value. The second reason is condition. In coin collecting, condition is king. A 1989 Liberty 1 cent found in circulation may just be worth a few cents, but if you discover a coin in mint state, untouched, with sharp details and shining luster, you could be sitting on something extraordinary. Collectors today are willing to pay huge amounts for coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services. We are talking about values that push far beyond normal expectations, and now here comes the shocker. The current market has seen the value of the 1989 Liberty 1 cent reach an astonishing $779,338 for certain rare high-grade examples. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that looks like a simple penny in your pocket could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if it is one of the rare variations or if it is preserved in exceptional condition. This is why the buzz around the 1989 Liberty 1 cent is so strong in the coin community today. Think about it. Millions of these coins were minted, but only a handful survived in the perfect state that collectors demand. Time, circulation, and wear destroy most coins, leaving just a few gems that can command astronomical prices. Imagine checking an old coin roll, an inherited collection, or even a dusty piggy bank from decades ago and finding one of these rare treasures. The thrill of that discovery is what keeps collectors hunting and why the 1989 Liberty 1 cent has captured the imagination of so many people. Beyond the money, there is also the history. When you hold this coin, you connect with a moment in time. The year 1989 was filled with global changes, with shifts in politics, technology, and culture. This coin becomes a symbol of that year, reminding us that even the smallest objects can carry the weight of history. That is the beauty of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. It is not just about the dollar value, but about preserving stories, memories, and legacies. Collectors often ask, how do you know if you have a valuable 1989 Liberty 1 cent? The first step is to look carefully at the coin. Does it have sharp details? Is the strike clear? Is there any unusual marking or minting error? Coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual coloration can become extremely rare. The second step is to consider professional grading. Sending your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC can unlock its true potential in the market. Buyers trust certified coins, and the highest grades can multiply the value by hundreds of thousands. Now let's discuss the present market value. Right now collectors are paying premium prices, and auction houses are reporting record-breaking sales. The demand is global, with collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia all competing for these coins. A perfect mint state 1989 Liberty 1 cent has reached values over $779,000, and the trend shows no sign of slowing down. As the number of surviving coins decreases and demand continues to rise, the future could push these values even higher. So if you are a coin enthusiast or even a beginner, this is the perfect time to start searching. Check your old jars, check your family collections, and pay attention to every penny you come across. You never know when fortune might smile upon you. Imagine telling your friends that you turned a single cent into hundreds of thousands of dollars simply because you knew what to look for. That is the power of knowledge in coin collecting, and that is why JF Coin is here, to bring you the insights and stories that transform ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. As we wrap up, remember this. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent is more than a coin. It is history in your hand. It is a story of America. It is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. And for some lucky collectors, it is the key to life-changing wealth. Keep your eyes open, keep learning, and keep collecting. Because the next great find might be just around the corner. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today, I have something very special for you, a coin that many people overlook but that carries an incredible history and can be worth far more than you might expect. We are diving deep into the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, focusing on the year 1992, a small copper beauty with a big story and a market value that can surprise even the most experienced collectors. First, let us talk about what makes the Liberty 1 cent coin so fascinating. The 1-cent coin has been a part of American history since the late 18th century, originally crafted with designs that reflected liberty, strength, and the pride of a young nation. Over the decades, the coin has gone through many transformations, from the large cent pieces of the 1800s to the familiar Lincoln cent that we all know today. Each redesign was a mirror of its time, showing how America evolved while holding on to the symbolic value of liberty and unity. The 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent coin is particularly special because it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest coin-producing facilities in the United States. The mint mark D stands proudly beneath the year, a small detail that tells us where the coin was born. While billions of 1-cent coins were produced in the early 1990s, only a fraction of them carry unique errors, conditions, and varieties that make them worth far more than just a single cent. And it is these varieties that collectors around the world are constantly searching for. Now let us look at why the 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent has drawn so much attention. One of the most famous discoveries tied to this coin is the close AM variety. In some 1992 cents, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side are placed very close together, almost touching, unlike the normal spacing. This tiny design difference is incredibly rare, and when collectors find one of these close AM coins in high condition, the value can skyrocket. Imagine holding a coin that looks like an ordinary penny, something most people would ignore or even toss aside, but that is secretly worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. That is the magic of the 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent. In fact, some of these rare varieties have sold at auctions for staggering amounts, drawing attention from collectors, investors, and historians alike. But what about the current market value today? Right now, as collectors continue to hunt for top-quality coins, the Liberty 1-cent from 1992 D has shown remarkable strength. Depending on condition, rarity, and whether the coin carries the rare close AM variety, its market value can go from just a few dollars all the way up to life-changing amounts. On today's market, the coin has been recorded at values reaching $779,337 for exceptional examples in pristine condition. That number alone shows just how powerful a small piece of copper can be in the world of numismatics. When we talk about coin value, condition is everything. Collectors use a grading system that ranges from poor, where the coin is heavily worn, to mint state, where the coin looks like it just left the press. The sharper the details, the brighter the luster, and the fewer scratches on the surface, the higher the grade. For a 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent in mint state with the close AM variety, the price can easily reach into the hundreds of thousands, making it one of the crown jewels of modern coin collecting. Another important factor is provenance. Coins that come from trusted sources, certified by professional grading services, hold more weight in the market. These coins are encapsulated in tamper-proof holders with detailed grading information, giving buyers confidence in their authenticity and condition. For collectors, this level of certification is worth the investment because it protects against counterfeits and ensures accurate pricing. The 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent is not just about money. It is also about history, culture, and the joy of discovery. Every coin tells a story. When you hold a Liberty 1-cent, you are holding a piece of American heritage, a coin that has traveled through the hands of ordinary people, survived decades of circulation, and still carries secrets waiting to be discovered. Whether you are a beginner who just found a penny and change or an advanced collector searching auctions and shows, this coin represents the thrill of the hunt and the reward of patience. So what should you do if you think you have a 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent in your possession? First, examine it carefully. Look at the back of the coin, especially the spacing between the A and the M in America. If they are very close together, almost touching, you might have one of the rarest pennies in existence. Next, check the condition. The fewer marks and scratches, the better. And finally, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication. That one step could turn a small find into a life-changing discovery. Collectors love to say that coins are time machines you can hold in your hand. The 1992 D-Liberty 1-cent is proof of that. From its design, to its history, to its extraordinary market value, this little coin embodies the spirit of discovery and the enduring fascination with rare money, and that is why the Liberty 1-cent coin from 1992 D remains one of the most exciting coins in the world of numismatics today. Its current value, its history, and its unique varieties make it a coin you should never ignore. Who knows, the next time you check your change, you might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are going to dive deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the Liberty 1-cent coin. Not just any Liberty cent, but the 1993 D-Liberty 1-cent coin that has been catching the attention of collectors, dealers, and investors across the globe. At first glance, many people think of the penny as just a small copper coin used in everyday transactions. People pass it on in change without a second thought. But what if I told you that one single cent from 1993, minted in Denver with the D mint mark, could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's market? That is right. The current value being tracked for some high-grade examples has shocked collectors. The market is now reporting figures around $779,338 for certain extremely rare and highly sought-after specimens. Imagine holding something in your palm that was originally worth only 1 cent and today is worth more than luxury cars, more than gold bars, and in some cases even more than a house. That is the power of coin collecting. Let us take a step back in time and explore the history behind this coin. The Liberty 1-cent coin traces its roots all the way back to the classic designs that embodied American ideals of freedom, unity, and national pride. The 1993 D edition is part of the modern Lincoln cent series, but it carries with it the spirit of the Liberty design that collectors admire. Produced at the Denver Mint, this coin became part of the billions of pennies struck for circulation in the early 90s. However, not all pennies are created equal. Among these millions of common coins, rare errors, perfect mint state strikes, and coins preserved in pristine condition rise above the rest and become treasures worth a fortune. Now let us talk about what makes the 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable. Rarity plays a huge role. Even though the mintage numbers were high, very few have survived in superb condition. Collectors are always searching for coins graded at the highest levels such as MS-68 or MS-69 by professional grading companies. The slightest flaw, a tiny scratch, or even a faint discoloration can lower the value drastically. But when a coin appears almost flawless, it becomes a prize. Some of these coins even carry rare die varieties, doubling on the letters, misaligned strikes, or unusual color tones that enhance their uniqueness and push their value into the stratosphere. Imagine being one of the lucky individuals who comes across one of these coins in change, tucked away in an old jar, or hidden inside a family collection. The thrill of discovery is what keeps coin collectors motivated. Every time you open a roll of pennies, every time you check the dates on your coins, there is always that small chance that you could stumble upon a fortune. And with coins like the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent, that fortune is very real. The market for these coins has been booming. Auction houses have reported staggering bids as passionate collectors compete for the finest known examples. What started as small interest in the 90s has grown into a major trend in the numismatic world. As more people discover the potential of these coins, the prices climb higher and higher. That is why experts always advise to never underestimate the penny. While most of them might be worth only 1 cent, certain key dates and mint marks can change your life. Let us break down the value trends. A circulated 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin might still trade for a few cents or a couple of dollars depending on condition. A mint state example in lower grades can fetch anywhere from $50 to a few $100s. But once you climb into the high mint state levels, the price shoots up dramatically. MS-67 coins have reached thousands, MS-68 coins have crossed tens of thousands, and those extremely rare top-grade pieces with stunning visual appeal have reached the incredible figure of $779,338 in the collector market. That is the magic number everyone is talking about, but value is not just about money. These coins carry history. They remind us of the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, of the heritage of Lincoln and Liberty, and of the journey of America itself. Collectors do not just chase coins for profit. They chase them for the stories they tell. The Liberty 1 cent speaks of resilience, of how something as small as a penny can stand the test of time and become a legend. If you are new to coin collecting and want to find out whether you might have a valuable 1993 D Liberty 1 cent, here are some tips. First, check the mint mark. The small letter D below the year indicates it was struck in Denver. Second, look at the condition. Is it shiny, free from scratches, and well struck? Third, watch for errors. Doubling on the lettering, unusual markings, or even a unique tone can make a huge difference. And lastly, if you suspect your coin is special, have it graded by a professional service. That small step can unlock its true potential. Collectors often say that coins are time machines in your hand. When you hold a 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin, you are holding a piece of history, a piece of art, and possibly a piece of fortune. The excitement of this hunt has made the Liberty cent one of the most talked about coins in recent years. So the next time you see a penny, do not dismiss it. Look closer. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Because you never know, that 1 cent could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you are lucky enough to find the legendary 1993 D Liberty 1 cent in top grade, you might just be holding one of the most valuable treasures in modern coin collecting. This is JF Coin. Today we are going to take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating and eye-catching coins in U.S. history, the Liberty 1 cent coin. We will uncover its historical roots, its beauty, its role in American culture, and most importantly, its current market value, which will absolutely surprise you. Stay with me till the end because you might be holding a small fortune in your hands without even knowing it. Let us start by traveling back to the origins of the Liberty cent. The Liberty design has been one of the most iconic in the history of United States coinage. The Liberty head design symbolizes freedom, independence, and the very spirit upon which America was built. Collectors around the world treasure coins that carry liberty because they are more than just currency. They are symbols of history, art, and national pride. Now let us focus on the special Liberty 1-cent coins from the year 1993. At first glance, you might think they are just ordinary cents. Many people overlook them, spend them, or toss them into jars without realizing their hidden worth. But when we talk about coin collecting, nothing is ordinary. Every small detail, every mint mark, every grade and condition, and every preserved specimen can mean the difference between a simple penny and a coin worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1993 Liberty 1 cent has become especially interesting in the collector's market. Over the years, some high-grade examples of these coins have been sold for shocking amounts. We are not talking about a few $100s. We are talking about a coin that has reached a market value crossing $779,335. Yes, you heard that right. More than $750,000 for a single cent. That is the magic of rare coins. They transform from pocket change into life-changing treasure. But what makes the 1993 Liberty 1 cent so valuable? First, rarity plays a huge role. Not all coins survive in pristine condition. Many were used daily, scratched, worn, and damaged. But a small number were preserved in high mint state grades, untouched by circulation, shining with the brilliance they had when they left the mint. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC play a big part in certifying these coins and setting the market on fire when a near-perfect specimen comes up for auction. Second, error coins from 1993 can skyrocket in value. Imagine a double die, an off-center strike, or even a rare transitional error where the metal composition or minting process created something unique. Collectors hunt these variations because they are truly one of a kind. A single error can turn an ordinary cent into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now let us talk about the market itself. Coin collecting has grown rapidly in the last decade. With online auctions, dedicated collector communities, and record-breaking sales, the demand for iconic coins like the Liberty cent has exploded. A 1993 Liberty 1 cent in average circulated condition might fetch a small premium, maybe a couple of dollars or less. But the higher the grade and the rarer the variation, the faster the price climbs. In fact, in recent years the market value for certain specimens has been recorded at over $779,335. That is not a typo. That is the power of rarity, history, and collector demand all coming together. Think about it this way. You might have a jar of pennies sitting on your table right now. Inside that jar could be a simple coin worth 1 cent, or it could be a hidden treasure worth enough to buy a new house or change your financial future. That is why coin hunting is so exciting. Every coin has a story, and every coin has the potential to surprise us. The Liberty 1 cent coin is not just about value though. It is about the story it tells. Every time you hold one in your hand, you are holding a piece of American history, a reminder of the nation's values, and a tiny work of art that has survived decades. Collectors are not only buying metal. They are buying history, rarity, and a connection to the past. So if you own a 1993 Liberty 1 cent coin, do not ignore it. Look closely at the details. Check for mint marks, examine the condition, and if you think you have something special, consider sending it for professional grading. Who knows, you could be sitting on a coin that is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The bottom line is this. The Liberty 1 cent from 1993 is a coin with both beauty and mystery. Its history makes it priceless to collectors, and its rarity can make it extremely valuable in today's market. From average circulated coins worth a few cents to mint state examples crossing hundreds of thousands of dollars, the range is breathtaking. Here at JF Coin, I want to remind all of you that coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is an adventure, a treasure hunt, and sometimes a life-changing discovery. Keep your eyes open, check your change, and never underestimate the power of a small coin. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the world of Liberty 1 cent coins. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories, shocking market values, and hidden treasures from the world of coins. Like this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment telling me if you have ever found a Liberty coin in your collection. Remember, the next coin you find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep collecting. This is JF Coin. Today's video is going to be one of the most exciting ones yet, because we are talking about the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States. This coin is not only a piece of American history, but also one of the most fascinating collectibles for coin enthusiasts around the world. If you are holding one in your collection or maybe found it tucked away in an old box, you will want to stay with me until the very end, because the value of these coins will completely surprise you. The Liberty 1 cent coin, often referred to as the large cent or sometimes even nicknamed according to the design, has a story that takes us back to the very roots of the United States Mint. Imagine the early days of America in the late 1700s and early 1800s. The country was young, the minting technology was basic compared to what we have today, and every coin represented a new symbol of national pride. The Liberty 1 cent coins were large in size compared to the pennies we carry today. They carried a bold portrait of Lady Liberty on the obverse, while the reverse displayed a simple but powerful wreath surrounding the denomination of 1 cent. Over the years, several designs of Liberty 1 cent coins were struck, and each design reflected the artistic tastes and challenges of its era. Collectors today admire the draped bust large cent, the classic head, and the coronet head series, each one carrying unique charm and history. Minted between 1793 and 1857, these coins were made of pure copper, which means they aged differently depending on how they were stored. Some turn dark chocolate brown, others develop beautiful shades of red or green patina, making every coin visually unique. Now let us talk about why these Liberty 1 cent coins are worth so much in the current market. In 2021, their popularity among collectors skyrocketed. One of the major reasons is the rarity of high-grade examples. Since these coins circulated heavily in everyday life, most surviving pieces are worn, scratched, or damaged. Finding a Liberty 1 cent in sharp detail with minimal wear is extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts to secure them. Some pieces in mint state condition have crossed auction records of hundreds of thousands of dollars. For example, in the numismatic market of 2021, certain Liberty 1 cent coins reached unbelievable prices. The market value reported went as high as $779,336. Yes, you heard that right, more than $700,000 for a single cent. This makes it one of the most desirable early American coins in existence. The exact value depends on the year, the minting variety, and the condition. Key dates like the 1793 chain cent, the 1794 Liberty cap, and early draped bust varieties are the most sought after. Even coins in lower circulated grades can sell for thousands of dollars, but the value of these coins is not just in dollars and cents. Each Liberty 1 cent is a small piece of the American story. These coins were handled by farmers, merchants, soldiers, and pioneers who were shaping the young nation. Holding one today feels like touching history with your own hands. Collectors are not only buying a coin, they are investing in a story, in a legacy, in something that connects us directly to the people who lived more than 2 centuries ago. If you are lucky enough to own a Liberty 1 cent, here are some important things to keep in mind. First, never clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its natural patina and reduce its value dramatically. Second, always handle it carefully by the edges, and if possible, keep it stored in a protective holder to avoid scratches. Third, consider getting it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will not only protect your coin but also maximize its market value if you ever decide to sell it. Collectors worldwide are always on the hunt for these coins. Coin shows, auctions, and even online marketplaces are buzzing with buyers who know the real worth of Liberty 1 cent pieces. Remember, the market value continues to rise as time passes, because the supply of these coins is fixed and decreasing as more collectors lock them away into their collections. Rarity plus demand always equals higher prices. Now let us look at the market trend. In recent years, the demand for early American copper coins has been climbing steadily. Even mid-grade examples are seeing record-breaking prices. For instance, a common date Liberty 1 cent in good condition might sell for a few $100s, but the rare varieties, especially those with unique die errors or unusual features, can easily cross into 5- or 6-figure territory. This is why numismatics experts often say, never underestimate the power of a single cent. So if you are someone new to coin collecting, Liberty 1 cent coins are definitely something you should research. They may not be easy to find, but the hunt is what makes collecting fun. Check old collections, visit estate sales, or keep your eyes open at antique shops. Who knows, you might stumble upon a hidden treasure that could change your life. Friends, as we wrap up today's video, let me remind you once again. The Liberty 1 cent coin is more than just copper. It is history, it is art, and it is wealth all in one. The current market value, as we discussed, has reached stunning heights in 2021, with some coins valued at over $779,336. That means even a small coin, forgotten for centuries, can now hold the power of a fortune. Thank you for watching this detailed exploration here on JF Coin. If you enjoyed learning about the Liberty 1 cent, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Every week we bring you incredible facts, current values, and hidden treasures from the world of numismatics. Stay tuned, because in the next video we will explore another legendary coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change without you even knowing its true value. Until then, keep collecting, keep discovering, and remember that every coin tells a story. This is JF Coin.